Should you get a big kiln or should you get a smaller kiln? Let's find out. What is up, Shaping Nation? This is Nic Torres here. And on this episode, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of a smaller kiln and the benefits of a bigger kiln. I'm also going to talk about the pros and cons a little bit of it as well. So recently, very recently, I just bought a kiln. And it literally just came like last week, and I've already fired it three times. I'm absolutely loving it. It took me 3 years to be able to fire my pottery, and I'm so grateful that I could fire it now. But should you get a smaller kiln or should you get a bigger kiln? So the kiln I have right now, it's from Clay Kings. It's not sponsored, but it's one of their 120-volt kilns. So it fits into a regular wall outlet pretty much. And I bought this kiln, one, because it was a little bit cheaper to buy, but two, because of the wall outlet. I didn't have to like get an electrician into my house. I didn't have to do a bunch of stuff to do that. So I bought a smaller kiln first because of those two reasons, really. And if you want to go down the route of buying a kiln, I suggest that you do buy a smaller kiln first, especially if you aren't a full-time potter yet and you want to build up to that. A smaller kiln will help you so much because you could test things so much faster. In a smaller kiln, you don't need to, if you get the right kiln, you don't need to, have an electrician out there to change up all your electrical stuff. You don't need to really wait that long to test things. And overall, if you are a beginner and just want a kiln, get a smaller kiln. This will help you so much. But there are also there are also cons of getting a smaller kiln. A smaller kiln, you can only fit like a few things at a time. And while that can help you test things very, very quickly, it also means that you have to wait a little bit to, finish all your pottery if you're making a lot at a time. Like right now, I can only fit like 4 mugs maybe in my kiln, which is fine. But like in the future, I will definitely get a bigger kiln so I can fit more things at a time. But like that's one of the cons of having a smaller kiln. And then another con is that you can't fit big things in there. Like I made a couple vases and they're a bit taller and I can't fit my vases in there because the kiln is so small. So those are just a couple cons of having a smaller kiln. Now let's move on to the bigger kiln. A bigger kiln has really good pros. One, you can fit a lot of pots in there. You can fit bigger pots in there. You could fire more for what you are making. And I guess technically it would kind of save you energy, but maybe not really. But a bigger kiln, you'll be able to fit more stuff, be more into production mode, and just kind of overall, you might even be able to test things more often if you want to go down that route, simply just testing pottery. Like in a small kiln, you could test things really fast. In a big kiln, you could test many things all at once. While it takes a little bit longer to do it, you could test many things at once. But what are the cons to getting a bigger kiln? Well, a con is if you aren't necessarily a productions type of potter, it takes a little bit to fill up that kiln. So you have to fill up that kiln, then you have to wait to bisque fire it, then you have to do all these different things. So that is one of the cons of getting a bigger kiln. A second con is it's probably going to cost you a little bit more money compared to a smaller kiln because you have to get the electrician. You have to get an electrician to look at your wiring. You have to buy the kiln itself, which is going to be bigger. You have to buy the shelves. You have to buy a lot more stuff because the kiln is so much bigger. You also have to have more space for it because the kiln is so much bigger. While for a smaller kiln, you don't need that much space. And you could put it in a corner of somewhere in your house that is, safe, not in your kitchen, not in your living room or anything like that. But you need more space for a bigger kiln. But there are definitely pros and cons for both. So which should you get first if you're thinking about getting a kiln? So it really depends on your situation. If you are a type of potter that makes pottery all the time and you already kind of know what you're making and, you already know what has been tested a lot, a bigger kiln might be your way to go. And that's if you want to spend more money on it. But a bigger kiln might be your way to go because you can fire more pots at once and get more bang for your buck because the kiln is bigger. But if you're kind of just simply kind of a little bit newer to firing pottery and maybe a little bit newer in pottery in general, a smaller kiln is probably your way to go. And maybe if you don't have space as well, a smaller kiln is way to go because you don't need an electrician to go get to fix your outlets. And then you also can test things very, very quickly. And you don't have to wait to fill up the kiln to fire your kiln. So those are the pros and cons of both a bigger kiln and smaller kilns. I hope these guys helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.